we are going to be seeing how to join the computer to an Active Directory domain. I am going to do it in two ways, and one I will have to pre-stage it, and the other one I'll just join it like that. Now, when you pre-stage a computer account, it is going to be joined to the OU where it is pre-stage. But if you do not, it will be placed in the default computer container. So it will be placed in the default computer container where you can now move it to your appropriate OU. So now, if we come to Active Directory users and computers, okay. So now, what I want to do is first, what is the computer name? Let me check the computer name. This computer name is Windows PC. No, that is not a name I will accept. I don't know why. Okay, this is John PC. Okay, this one, let me see, let me call this one client 1, let me call this client 2. So we change the computer name. Client -1. So close, restart. So I will change this. So it has been changed. Okay, so now this is client 2, this is client 1. What I'll do is first, let me pre-stage. Now, it is very important to note that in a very large enterprise where so many IT staffs are present on ground, a particular IT personnel can be designated that role to join computer object to the domain. In that case, a group will be created, and the users that are to join computer to a domain will be placed in that group. Now I can create a group in the IT department, new group. Let me call that group join computer to domain. Okay, let me just do it like this, join so is the global group scope and security group what type. Okay, so So now the group has been created. Then I will join IMAS to. I'll put IMAS in this group. Okay.
In there.
So members. Let me add IMAS.
You're adding.
I'm adding IMAS to this group that can join computer. This is not an IT group. This is a group that can join computers to the domain, but what it is in the ITOU. It is not an IT group. So
okay, ITOU.
Anybody can maybe be part of that.
Part of it, okay.
So check names. So IMAS is there. Let me also add Sunday. So instead of using the administrator's credentials to join computer object to the domain, Sunday and IMAS can do that task. So first, I'll join one computer to the admin department. Client 1 will be in the admin department. Then while client 2 will be in the finance department. Now we'll pre-create client 1 computer objects in this OU. Then client 2, I'll just join it to the domain. Then it will enter the default computer container before I will now move it to the finance department. So let me pre-create. Pre-create, you just right click the OU, or after I was selecting the OU, you will right click any space there. Then you click on computer object, then you type the name. The name must be exactly the name of that computer, otherwise it will not work. So user or group that can join the computer to the domain. Let me browse and put that join. Check names. So anybody that is part, anybody that is a member of that group can join this computer to the domain. Administrator can also do it, but you will not be giving the administrator's credentials. It is only when the administrator chooses to join it to the domain, then the administrator will now use his username and password. So let's come to client 1. This is client 1. Now before I join client 1 to the domain, what is the IP address of the domain controller? 192.168.20.1. So we have to come and configure its preferred DNS. So local properties, preferred DNS 192.168.20.1. Otherwise it will not work. So close them.
You have to be on the same DNS. What is the difference between the gateway and the system?
Gateway is it is what used to route packets from one network to the other. Then while the DNS it is used to resolve IP address to host name or host name to IP address, whether it is forward zone or reverse and lookup zone. So now let's now join this computer to the domain. Right click properties, then I click on change. Now to be sure, let's come to the server. Once if you double click on client 1, you can see that operating system, the DNS feed is empty, the site is empty. I am particular about the DNS feed and the operating system. See that nothing, the version and the service pack. But the moment it is joined to the domain, you will see this feed occupied. Yes. Now, when you see a computer like this in your Active Directory, you should know that nothing. This computer is just being pre-staged and it has not been physically joined to the domain. So now, if I come, I click on change, then I select a domain. I type in the domain name imasict.com. Then I click OK. Then here I type IMAS. Then I type IMAS's password. So I click click OK. So it will say you that welcome to IMAS ICT domain. Then you have to restart. So let it restart. We can come and refresh. Once I come in here now, you can see that the DNS name, the fully qualified domain name has been registered. You can see that the operating system has registered Windows 7, the version, and the size pack. So when you see this, it will tell you that the computer is joined to the domain, and this was specified OU. Now, if you look at the default computer container, there is no object here. If you come to the finance department, you come to the finance computer, there is still no computer here. So now we want to join client 2 to this domain, to the finance computer OU, but because it is not pre-staged there, it will not enter that OU directly. It will enter the default computer container then before you now move it. So right click. Let's first check the IP. So okay, let's configure the preferred DNS. Okay. Okay, good. Details. So properties. Change settings, change imasICT.com. So let me use IMAS's credentials. Okay. Now you can see that IMAS was still able to join it because IMAS is a member of the domain admin group, and by default, when you are in that group, you can join computers to the domain. That is the default membership group domain users are part of. Do you get it? Good. So, okay, close, we start now. So if we come to the server, this is it here? No. But if I come to the computer container, let me refresh, see it here. Because this is the default location for objects that are not for computer objects that are not created in the Active Directory before you join them to the domain. So from here we will now move it to the preferred container. Sorry, OU. So this is client 2. So let's now move it to the appropriate OU. You right click on it and click move. Then you select the OU you want to put it. When you want to put it in the finance computer OU, it is off there. Then let us come and see it. Do you get me? So
okay, but the initial place you can remove.
This is not the what I said before. I said we want to. This computer belongs to finance department. We want to join it to the domain, but it should be in the finance computer OU. But because it was not created here first, that was why the thing entered the default computer OU. So it was from here we now move it to the appropriate OU.
Smooth.
Now, to check whether a computer has been joined to the domain, apart from checking it from the respective OU where it has been placed, another thing we need to know is the DNS, because when you join a computer to the domain, its objects with the IP address for the forward zone will be registered in the DNS. So let us take a look. This is the server. If I click on tools, click on DNS, then I double click on forward lookup zone, I double click on the domain. Now these are the two computers I recently joined to the domain. This is their host name with their IP address mapped to it, and the record type is to host a record, and the type is dynamic. This is the server, server 1. This is his name with the IP address, and the type was static. So dynamic renews itself at every specified interval, but static is just permanent. So when I get to DNS, I will bring out videos detail about DNS explanation and configuration installation. So thank you. Now, okay, let's quickly go to the client's computer. These are the clients we join to the domain. If I'm to log in, you see it pointing to the domain. See it, log onto your specified domain, which is IMAS. Also for the second computer, switch a user. So this feed must be a domain user name with a password and log onto the specified domain. So let's just use this. Let's just test run one. Now IMAS is a domain object with its password. So IMAS is logging into IMAS ICT domain. So let us wait. So you will see it. So let us personalize. So now that is it. So thank you for watching.